Flex up, stretch out, big bands, whoa, whoa. Flex up, stretch out, big bands, whoa, whoa. Flex up, stretch out, big bands, whoa, whoa.
It's time. It's time.
Big bands.
TJR, we're gonna go through the whole boot camp, man. We're gonna learn how to trade, man. We're gonna go through the whole boot camp. We're gonna learn how to trade. Mr. TJR himself, Tyler, the day trader, man, is going to teach us how to trade, man. This is episode 1, nigga. We're gonna get rich, bro. We're gonna get rich. Oh, bro.
Welcome to day 2.
Welcome, TJR.
Today we are going to be talking about candlesticks and price movement and understanding price movement within candlesticks. Okay, so we're on the S&P 500 right now, and pretty much every single chart you're going to have is going to look like this. And these candlesticks describe price. Okay, how do they describe it? Okay, through bodies and wicks. Okay, these are called candlesticks because they leave wicks. Okay, and these candlesticks tell a story. So with that being said, let's move over here and draw our own little candlesticks. That's a down candle. This is an up candle. Cool, cool. Okay, so we're going to do a quick overview of what these candlesticks represent, what the open and the close represents, what the body represents, and what these little wicks that they leave behind represent. Okay, so first of all, understanding candlesticks. Okay, we need to understand what time frame.
Oh my gosh, bro, that John hurt. Hold on.
We are on. There are so many little different time frames up here that I'm scrolling through, right? 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 7, 8, whatever, okay? And if you're very new, you're probably saying, well, what do those things mean? That represents the time that it takes for the candlestick to close, okay? So if we are on the 5-minute chart, which we are on currently, if one of these, let's just say this is an actual candlestick within the chart, one of these candles, this candle represents 5 minutes of price action, of price movement, okay? And the reason why these candlesticks are so beneficial is because we can read and
Hold on, I'm in front of TJR. Let me
this one candlestick. Okay, oftentimes I can even be able to understand and pretty much just guess what is going on 1 minute structure just purely based off of a 5-minute candlestick or 2 5-minute candlesticks. And once you get good at this, you'll understand how to do that as well. But okay, we're on the 5-minute time frame. One candle represents 5 minutes of price action and market movement. Okay, so when we see a green candle or a bullish candle, okay, we see that it goes up and it ends right up here. Okay, green means boom, price went up, right? Everyone knows a green candle means up and a red candle means down. So in this instance, price opened right here where the body of the candle starts, and it closed at that 5-minute mark right here. Okay, so boom, right here's the open, and boom, right here's the close. Okay, we can put this thing down. Oh, oops, shrink. The close and the open. Cool, cool, okay? Now, what do these little wicks that are left behind mean? That shows where price went during that 5-minute duration of time, okay? But it never ended up closing there. It just shows where price went, right? It left a little snail trail, okay? It's like you take a shit and you put on your underwear and it's like super white, like brand new Calvin Klein underwear, and your shit from a minute ago left a little snail trail. It's showing that you did go take a shit.
I don't know, man. I don't know, TJR. That's not happened to me.
He's walling.
I don't know, man. At least not that I can remember. But I've been a clean nigga for a long time. Maybe I used to be a dirty nigga when I was a baby. I don't forget.
Maybe.
What the freak?
To be honest, I don't know how this relates to this, but
Guys, always remember that hate always comes from below, guys. If someone's hating on you.
Oh, here you go. Play a video.
anyways, okay, it shows where price went. So that means, right, if there's a wick all the way up here, that means within this 5-minute candle, yes, it didn't close up here, but price moved up to this point, okay? And then same thing with here, okay? down here was the lowest price point that price went within these 5 minutes. So now we know, okay, this is the highest point it went to.
Is my
this is the lowest point
Why do I look so? Why am I so close to the screen?
it went to? Okay, same exact thing on a
It
bearish
doesn't
candle.
matter.
You're like a
Just slightly
original
different.
iPad kid.
No, I'm not.
Okay, instead the open is up here, okay, and the close is down here. Okay, so the close on a bearish candle is lower, obviously, and the open on a bearish candle is higher. Okay, remember, oops, and again, right up here is the highest point that price was able to go to, okay, and down here was the lowest point that price was able to go to.
All right, Trina, explain that back to me. Explain to me how the wicks work.
Okay, the green one and the green one, of course, is up. The red one is down.
Mm-hmm.
The green one, so these are the candlesticks. The wicks represent like how far up the price went or how far down the price went. So for the green candlestick, if the very like the top wick is how high the price went, but it didn't close there.
Mm-hmm.
And then the bottom wick is how far, like how low it opened. Of course, it didn't like end there, close there, open there. At the bottom of the candle wick, right before the candle, at the bottom of the candlestick, right before the wick starts, that's for the green one. That's where it opened. At the top of that little green block, that's where it closed. For the red, it's completely opposite of everything I just said. So, like you see the things on there. So it's open and closed. So the top is open, and the
So
bottom is closed.
wait, just to make sure that we're on the same page. Where does it open at?
At the top.
The top of what?
Right below that candlestick. Right below the candle wick, sorry.
Okay.
At the top of the candlestick, yeah, right in between. Yeah, right there. So right before the candle wick starts, because it goes up some, so that's showing that it went up some, but that's as high as it went. It didn't like close there. It closed like towards the bottom of the red block. But it also shows that the price dropped down a lot before kind of going back up.
There. Yeah.
But it ended up closing lower than it opened. That's why it's red, because it's lower.
Well, higher.
Is it? What do you mean?
Wait,
well, I'm saying the reason why it's red is because
it's red because it closed
lower than where it opened.
Oh, but I thought you were saying that it closed like in comparison to the wick, like because it closed higher than the lowest that went on the wick, and that's why that's a wick.
No. The wick is just like he said, this L trail. That's just showing like what happened.
That's the main. That's the short.
Yeah.
That's the booty crumbs left up on the toilet seat.
Bro. But it's red because where it says it's where it started open, that it closed lower than where it opened. And the green is yeah.
If I keep talking like this, I'll see why my audience is probably gonna be mostly male. I'm talking about booty crumbs and junk, bro. That no girl want to see.
Nah, yeah, because what's your problem? Yeah,
it's all gonna be niggas.
Okay. You're not ladylike, but that's fine.
I'm not supposed to be ladylike though.
Well, I am. I'm a lady.
But I'm not.
None of that.
What the freak? Bro, Chad, she's trying to make me gay.
No, it's because you're stinky and that's all you talk about. All day you send me poop videos. That's like, you're disgusting.
I don't do that.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't, bro.
Yes, you do. Be sending me them AI videos of people shitting themselves. That's what you send me all the time.
I don't know what you're talking about. Let's watch the video. You trying to expose me?
Perfect. Candlesticks fucking simplified by TJR. Now we can get rid of this bullshit. Okay. Now we are going to talk about candlestick patterns. And I know what you're going to say. You're probably going to say, whoa, TJR. Whoa. What the fuck? I thought you hate candlestick patterns. I do. I hate the candlestick patterns that are based off of mountaintops, fucking W's, head, shoulders. That shit is BS. I also hate candlestick patterns. I really hate every single candlestick pattern that contains more than 2 candles. The only candlestick patterns I like, because they can actually show you price action and dictate where price is going to go, are the single candlestick patterns. Okay, so let's look up
Try and explain to me how you can join a free community
oh
with
my
17,000
freaking gosh,
and not
bro.
learn something that will
I thought you had an ad blocker.
That's illegal. I had to get rid of it.
Nah,
Whoa. Why you just trying to expose a nigga? She's
Wow.
lying.
If this thing will
Who
load.
said that? What the freak?
Candlestick patterns cheat sheet. Hopefully this pulls up the single candlesticks. Okay, good. It has some of them on this.
Search engine.
All right.
That's DuckDuckGo.
That's so funny.
You don't know about DuckDuckGo?
I know.
It's like a private search engine. Like it's like very like,
Oh.
and it's like not biased, and it's like, you know,
Or was it like very secure?
it's supposed to be.
Let's pull this thing up and let's zoom on in. Okay.
I've seen this before. Okay.
So, first of all, we don't give a fuck about this entire top row. Okay? I also don't give a fuck about anything in here. Anything in here, anything from here and below. I only care about dojis, long-legged dojis. Long-legged dojis and dojis are the same thing. Okay? Cross dojis and inverse cross dojis, dragonfly dojis, hammers, okay? Those are the only things I care about, okay? Just this row. Forget about all this bullshit. This is garbage, okay? No, we don't give a fuck. All right, just focus on this row right here, okay? And why are we going to be talking about this? Okay, it's because these candlesticks are showing price action and showing where price rejected and where it didn't, okay? So, if I can honestly just find these on the chart. I don't know why I pulled that up. But with a candle, this is just
There goes one right there, TJR.
like a perfect example. With a candle like this one,
That,
right?
that nigga cannot hear you.
I gotta stop with the D-Ron job. I be trolling. I be trolling.
I bet. Please, TG, answer me.
No, I'm
you sound
trolling.
That's how you sound.
I'm trolling.
That's how
I'm
you
trolling.
sound.
It's
Wherever
I'm
you like,
trolling.
boys, it's okay.
No, I'm trolling, bro. I'm trolling. Yeah, I'm literally trolling for the vid, bro. Like, you know me. You know I don't even do this, bro.
You know who I am. You know me. I don't even do this.
What am I dead, nigga? What am I mother, nigga? Y'all know my body, nigga. You know how I rock, nigga.
We see price opens right here.
They know
It
your
doesn't go
body.
low, right? It pushes all the way up to this point, but then closes down here. Okay, this candle is essentially saying to me, okay, we have strong bulls, but not strong enough to close. Damn. Not strong enough to close all the way up here or here or here or here. We left a fat ass wick up here, meaning it was not strong enough to close above whatever was residing above here. And more than likely, it was taking this liquidity. Okay? So, right, we knew that price pushed up, closed still bullish, but there was weakness because it couldn't finish out this candle, right? Now, let's find another example, okay? Right here. Okay, similar situation, but with a doji. Usually dojis, which are just small bodies of candles, okay, so when a candle looks like this, dojis are great for reading price action. Okay, it's usually small body, long wicks, or just small body of a candlestick in general. Okay, looks like this. Okay, something like that of some sorts. Okay, probably not that long of candles of wicks, but you know what I get. You know what I'm getting at. Anyways, dojis are great because they can show us indecision in the market and indecision with a bias in one direction. Okay, so when we see this bearish doji, right, we're obviously not taking a trade off of this, but we need to be able to read the candlesticks, right? These are these small things that intuition can build, that experience builds by being able to see and read these candlesticks. When most people aren't able to do that, most people are saying liquidity was swept, we broke structure, but you guys can't even read these candlesticks. You don't even understand what these are saying to you, and they're telling you a lot of information. Okay, so this candlestick in particular, right, we see, boom, big sell-off down here, okay, and then we get to this candle. Okay, we get long wicks to the downside, but not a full body close, right? We don't see a big body close to the downside. It means we're losing bearish momentum. Okay, and as you can see, we did lose it. We start consolidating, pull up a little bit higher, and then nothing fucking happens after that. Right, so we lost bearish momentum with this candle. We can see that through the long wick to the downside, and then it failing to close.
What is bearish momentum?
So, bearish means going down, and bull means going up. So, if he's saying bearish momentum, it is the downward momentum, right? And if he's saying bullish momentum, it's the upward momentum. And you have momentum from volume. volume is people trade. Like, you know.
Yeah. Okay, so I think I might. Okay, so just to make sure I like understand. So like, for example, just like choose a candlestick, like the super long blue one, all the way to the left, right?
All the way to
So
to this one right here.
yeah. So like for example, right? So that one. So like it opened up at the bottom of the blue, right?
Yes.
It probably at some point it dropped like down a little bit, but then it went all the way, shot all the way up,
Yeah, that's bullish.
but then it went back
That's bull. That's like bull momentum, like bullish momentum. Like
going up.
it's a lot of it's a lot of volume going upwards, and it has that carries momentum. As they see, it was here. Then you have a little bit of consolidation. I'm sure if you go down to like the 1
Okay,
minute,
what does
that's
that
just
mean? Consolidation. What is that?
consolidation is when it's just moving sideways. It's not clearly moving upwards, and it's not clearly moving downwards. But on this, on the 5 minute chart right here, it shows
Okay.
consolidation. But I'm sure on the 1 minute, it's probably like a break of structure, because that's how it's looking for it to me. But as you can see here, so these dojis, it's so indecisive. It's indecisive going upwards, so it's losing that bullish momentum. It does go up, and then it drops the freak off. like you know what I'm saying? Like,
Mm.
you
Okay,
know,
so now each candle wick is like 5 minutes,
yeah. Look, because he's on a 5 minute time frame.
right? Okay,
You can
so
see my
each
mouse, right?
and this is for yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and so and then what is all of like what makes this go up and down? Like first of all, what is this? What am I looking at?
This is a chart for the S&P 500. So the stocks,
Okay,
it's
what is that?
stocks. So
Okay, I
this
thought
this well,
okay,
this is an
I remember what
ETF.
that.
It's an ETF of the
Uh-huh.
top performing the top 500 top performing stocks. So
Right.
this is the
Okay.
value. This is the value of the ETF or whatever.
Right. Okay. So this is all based off of like people buying and selling stocks
Yeah, and then also the value of the stock. The
and the
stocks too.
value of the stock going up and down. Okay,
Yeah.
what causes the value of a stock to go up or down?
Multiple things. So like news or like that's where you'll get into like FOMC days and stuff like that. But
Mm,
news, people's value of it, right? If people have the stock and people are selling it a lot or people are buying it a lot, it's gonna change.
mm-hmm.
Stuff like that. But usually
Okay.
on news days, so that's FOMC days, like all that type of stuff, we
Mhm.
won't trade. We won't even trade on those days.
What does that mean?
It's basically so there's a website that you go on and you have either
Mhm.
I don't remember. I didn't do this in a long time. But it tells you
Mhm.
folders for all the news coming out on it today, and it's either like green,
Mhm.
yellow, or red. And if it's red, do not
Mhm.
freaking trade on that day. If it's yellow, it's at your discretion. If it's green, you're pretty good to go. You know, I'm pretty sure. I don't think I
Okay.
remember, bro. Let me know if I'm wrong, but yeah,
Mm.
yeah. What's any more
Okay,
questions?
that answers my most of my questions. Okay, that now
Lower in a regular size candle, right? This is a
WTJR.
doji. This is showing indecision within the market.
Dick Rider.
Okay. Again, right? We see the long extension of a wick to the upside, all right? Showing that, hey, you know, we pushed all the way up here, but we failed to close above here, right? We failed to close above these price points, and then what happened? We fell, okay? But this is not something you take a trade off of. This is just slowly learning and understanding, okay, these candlesticks and what they're trying to tell you. Okay, let's go over to gold. Gold can give us some great momentum, some great volume, and also shows us some great candlestick patterns, okay? Let's go to the daily. Where are we at?
Hey there, want to learn how to trade but don't know where?
Okay, right here. Okay, this is a great example. Okay, we push up, we come down. Okay, yes, we formed a bullish doji, right? This is a doji candle. However, right, we fail to push up completely. Yes, we see strong rejection to the downside, and yes, we do see closures to the upside. Okay, this is why we cannot be taking trades purely off of candlestick patterns, because this is only one confluence. Okay, yeah, we see, boom, super strong rejection to the downside with this wick, and then we close bullish still, right? But we're in a downtrend. We are continuously breaking structure to the downside. Okay, so that's an example of where we can't let our bias get fucking get lost in these patterns, okay? These are very, very minimal in what you need to trade, but it is good to understand and to know and to learn these if you don't know them already. They're
have another
fairly
question.
simple. You really just...
What's up?
Okay, so like what he's talking about, like bias and stuff, is he basically talking about how like, because like even though it's kind of going up and down, it's still slowly going down in that, you know what I mean? So that's what he's saying. Is he's saying like don't get caught up in the fact that like, oh, it went up a little bit because of the candlestick, you know, like that candlestick is blue, so it's like it went up a little bit, because if you zoom out and you look at the whole thing, it's still going down. Is that what he basically means?
Yeah, there's a daily bias. So every day has a daily bias.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're on the hour time frame, it's like, oh, it's gonna look like it's gonna go up. Yeah, but I mean the daily bias, and it's all going down. So you should be looking for shorts, not buys.
What do you mean? Well, you just use words that I don't know.
Oh my bad. Freak, man. The big chart for the day says it's going up, but you are on the 10-minute talking about, oh, it's gonna go down. Look at the big day and look for things going up, because you're gonna find more opportunities go up than you are gonna go down. Because the daily bias is up. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Okay.
have to know, right? A fucking strong close, which is what literally a regular candlestick looks like to you. So like this candle, for example, is just a strong close, right? It's full. It's full. It has not a high wick to the upside. If anything, a high wick to the upside on this candle would be even more of a reason for it to be a strong close. And then also, right, the wick to the downside is fairly small, again, compared to the body, right? So we had a move to the downside and we were able to close and continue down, right? And it wasn't just a wick to the downside and then a move back on up showing weakness. Okay? Let's just keep going through and spotting these on the chart. Okay, again, right? This candle is a great great example of something where like we see liquidity get swept in almost like a confirmation candle. Okay, right? We see this long wick to the downside. Price at one point, remember guys, we have to understand that price was opened here. So at one point in time during this week, price was literally a big red candle from this point down. Right? Everyone probably thought this shit is going to the floor, right? Because, and this is where like your headspace can get fucked up, because people get so caught up in the candle that's forming and not the candle that has formed. Okay, we can only make bias and decision on candles that have formed, not candles that are forming. Okay, that's why we always wait for a close for a break of structure. Right? We have to wait for that candlestick to close because, right, it's not an actual candle until price action is done within, you know, whatever time frame that we're on. Okay, so this candle, for example, we get a strong rejection to the downside, right? Price pushed all the way down here, but then nope, was able to, first of all, opens down here, comes all the way down here, and then rallies all the way back up to this point and closes up here. That is a very, very strong bullish candle, right? We see massive wick to the downside, tiny wick to the upside, meaning it literally closed almost as bullish as it could have, right? On most bullish candles, you're going to get some sort of wick, and on most bearish candles, you'll get some sort of wick to the top side or to the downside. But when it closes so fully like this with a strong rejection to the downside, that is telling you that's telling you 1,000 words, right? That candle is telling you exactly where price wants to go. Okay, what does price end up doing? Rallies higher, takes out these highs, etc. Okay, so this is all that I want you to do for today. I know today, boring as shit. Boring as hell. You're probably like, what the fuck? But, right, we're starting from the beginning. We're starting from a clear slate, okay? Trust me, we're going to bring you guys up with this, and it'll get going a lot quicker than you think, okay? So, all that I'm asking you to do is get on whatever chart you trade, okay? Whether it's SPX, GU, GJ, whatever. Okay, get on whatever pair that you trade, okay? Get on whatever pair that you trade and just spot these and see how market reacts. Like literally just being on this chart, I can see two. Boom. Massive wick rejection to the downside. Still not a good close, but what happens next? We do get a full bullish close. Boom. Rallies. Takes out these highs. Right? Okay. Similar to this, right? We have a doji, long wick to the downside, bullish.
So that's our homework.
close right here to the upside, right? We can use these two in confluence together, right? We have this full candle and then this doji with a big wick to the downside showing rejection after several weeks of being down, right? We can show exhaustion through the dojis, okay? And then we get, boom, closure to the upside, price rallies, takes out these highs. So all that I want you to do, again, strong wick to the downside, full close, rallies. So all that I want you to do is choose whatever pair you trade, okay? And just look for these and see how price reacts off of these certain price points, okay? Find at least 10 examples, okay? This is your homework, all right? Find at least 10 examples of these doji candlesticks, okay? Understanding wicks within the market, right? There's a saying, wicks don't lie, and I literally think there's someone that teaches on like YouTube or Instagram named Wicks Don't Lie. I may be wrong though. It may be Fibs Don't Lie. I don't know. But wicks do not lie. Wicks and candlesticks tell the whole story, okay, of price action. No, we do not care about a fucking mountaintop. Look how that shit played out. Fucking horribly, right? You got stopped out. We don't give a fuck about mountaintops. We care about price action, okay? And that is what we are going to be studying literally this entire course, okay? So, that being said, that's your homework, okay? Very, very short lesson today, but essential, okay, in you know, slowly gaining that fucking market experience that I know you guys need and want, okay? And honestly, these are going to be the lessons that are more important for you guys because this is shit that you guys probably brushed over and don't think about too often. So, homework is...
That nigga right. I don't even think about that.
Find 10 examples of this. Bro. Homework.
Okay, we need 10 examples.
Just find 10 examples of this on your own.
But we're going to double it. We're going to do 10 exampple of bearish and 10 examples of bullish.
Own pair on your own chart that you trade.
Wait. Bearish is down, right?
Yes.
Take screenshots of it. Fucking label them. Do whatever you need. But not only do I want you to find examples of this on the chart, but find how price ended up reacting off of these examples. Okay? And that will give you a better understanding of candlesticks. Okay, the closes of candlesticks, how wicks work in this market. Okay, wicks tell so much of a story within this market. These candlesticks tell the entire story of this market. Okay, so if you cannot understand candlesticks, you won't be able to understand the market because we have to read these things. These things are telling us a story and we have to be able to read them and dissect them and understand them. So, with that being said, that is day 2, super short day. We're starting off slow. This is like syllabus week, right? We'll start you off with the easy shit and then we'll get into the difficult stuff. Okay, so find 10 examples of that, and then I'll see you tomorrow, all right? Peace.
I'll see you later, TJR. Another W video. Nah, I'm trolling. Chill.
Whatever.
But this one is, look, long wick, big body, drop. Oh my freaking gosh, this is some crazy junk. Look at this.
I know.
Look at this.
Yeah.
Hold on, look. I just found another one. Big wick, like doji, full body. Came back up. Doji, but full body came down. Look at that. Big wick came more full, but that was not really a good example.
So what are we looking for again?
We're looking for a doji, then a full body. Like this is a great example right here. Long wick long wick to the upside, then this one has a very full body, and then boom, it goes down.
What y'all been saying? What y'all been saying? For the games you playing, little bitch not basic. Get up on that beat, I go amazing. I'm so fucking insane, bitch, I'm crazy. I'm so fucking insane, bitch, I'm crazy. Fuck the lies you saying, fuck the games you playing. Fuck the games you playing, fuck the games you playing. We don't fuck with that, we don't fuck with them. We don't fuck with that, we don't fuck with them. Big ass bully.
Big wig, 5. Okay, I did my homework. I'm locked in. So let's document.
We take drugs, we go higher, I go up. We go higher, we go up. We take drugs, we take drugs. You ain't love, don't get no fucks. Really shit, you wanna fuck. Really shit, you want my drugs. Really shit, you want my bucks. Ain't no ass was in my cup. I smoke gas inside his stuff. Wiping up that shit got snug. Voices to that bitch is snug.
So, okay, look, let's review the work. Let's review the work. And let me take my face off of it so we can just review the stuff. Day 1. This is what we learned, guys. Doji, full, plus. What the freak? Why is it like that? Hold on. Day 1, this is what we learned, guys. Doji plus full body pair. So this is how you know we're going in the bullish direction. A small body with big wick in downward direction next to a candle with a full body upwards equals a rally up. And this is my diagram I drew. This is an original diagram. Y'all niggas not on my level. Quit playing me. Bearish direction is small body with big wick in upward direction next to candle with full body downward equals rally down. Whatever color the big body is your direction.
Oh, bro, did you write for what it's for?
What are you talking about?
Like what this, which one this specifically applies to? Like
Yeah.
at top.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. So exhaustion is just like it tried, but dropped.
Yeah, that nigga tried. Nigga tried to get that. Nigga tried to get that. Couldn't do it. Anyways, guys, we just took action, and that was our first step. Road to $1 million. Day 1 of the boot camp. I'm feeling optimistic. I'm feeling very optimistic. All right.
I'm feeling optimistic.
You just interrupted me. Like, why would you do that? I'm talking to.
Oh, my fault.
I'm talking to my people. That's messed up.
Oh, my fault.
But yeah, I'm feeling very optimistic. I'm gonna talk to y'all, man. Y'all tap in, man. Y'all subscribe, man. Watch the journey, man. Join up. Learn how to trade with me. Let's get these M's.